Hello, students and parents. As you begin registration, we thought it would be important to show you some four-year graduation plans. So let's start with the hardest one of all. We're going to call this the engineering plan. So the thing you want to notice about this is the four-year plan of an engineering student who wants to take seminary. And you'll notice that every single hard class that the high school has taken, English, social, biochem, physics, math, and even calculus, going to end up with 117 credits. Okay, now one other thing I want to mention quick. Everybody please know Math 9 is the prerequisite to Math 10. If you fail Math 9, you can't actually pass Math 10. It's the only grade 9 class that has a prerequisite like that. The other thing I want to point out is grade 10. In grade 10, there's a few things you have to take, like PE and Calm. You also need 10 credits that we call additional credit. You just have to get these. You can think of them as option classes, but they're additional credit. So the government requires that you get 10 of those. We say get those done in grade 10. Here's what some students want to do. They want to take something early, so they might want to take a grade 11 class and put it up here. Well, as soon as you do that, those 5 credits have to go into grade 12 or grade 11. And what we find is students forget about them, and then they remember when they're in grade 12, and they're trying to do these in the second semester of grade 12, worried about grad. Over and over and over again, we've seen students get in trouble, so we say get them done in grade 10. You think you have to take a grade 11 class early, but you don't. Look at this plan. Okay, so notice on this plan that the green classes are grade 11 and the blue classes are grade 12 level classes. This student is taking Chem 30 early in grade 11. Remember how I said students think they got to take stuff in grade 10 early? You don't. You can take it in grade 11. Physics is taken in grade 11. Now we displaced one grade 11 class. We got to take that one down there. But you can see you can get everything in. You've even got room for some study halls, iPlans. Okay. Now the one trick with this, if anybody's taking all of these classes and they are LDS and want to take seminary, you do have to do an early morning seminary one semester to get this all in. Now, somebody who doesn't take seminary, it's a little easier. So here is the no seminary engineering route. So where seminary was in the other student's schedule, there's an I plan there. We're still taking our diplomas early. And, so that everything looks the same except for we don't have the seminary. Okay, let's talk about a pre-med option. In the old days, universities required calculus. They aren't anymore. And so pre-med with seminary would look like this. You could take one class early. I like the Chem 20, Chem 30 option. And seminary is in place each semester, and everything works. So here's another university route. Notice this time that we don't have physics as either. And so it looks very similar to the other one. We're taking one early. We got our additional credits done in grade 10, so we don't have to worry about them anymore. Our seminary's in place if we want that. Here's another one. Let's talk about this as a trades route with seminary. So maybe if you're going into be an electrician, you need some math, and you wanted those. You just like bio, and you need English and social, of course, because everybody has to have those. We got our additional credit classes done in grade 10. We want to go into some kind of a trade, electrician or something. So we've got lots of additional credit classes that could be like shop classes. Okay, so we got lots of room in our schedule for that. Our seminary's in there if we want it, and we've got our diploma classes. So that's what that could look like. Now I want to talk about an apprenticeship route. An apprenticeship route is really interesting. Let's say, and this I could call this a trades route too. Let's say this particular student only wants English and social. They don't want any other diplomas. Okay, so maybe this student takes the social 30. We kind of load up a semester here. Then we take our social 30 early. We do our English here. And then look, we can actually go into an apprenticeship program for those 5 classes. You get credits. You get money. You actually get paid to be in school. And you can get 1,000 hours of your apprenticeship done while you're in high school. That's like 1,000 hours of college done in high school. And you get paid. Now, here's the thing about the apprenticeship program. It's actually the hardest, most limited program to get into. It's like the best program, but it's the hardest because a journeyman has to want you. So you can't just say, hey, just kind of like, hey, I want to take English. Okay, you're in. You can't do that with rap because somebody else is involved. It's not just the school. It's half school, half a tradesperson, your boss. And if we just call up the boss and just call up somebody in town and say, hey, this student wants to take rap, so we're going to put him with you and you got to pay him. They're going to be like, what? I don't know that person. I don't even know if I want a rap student. I don't know if I can afford that rate now. So it's hard to get into. So here's an apprenticeship route with no seminary. Now this is interesting too. Look at this. So same thing. We didn't want any of these classes. We took our social early. We kind of loaded up here. We got that done. I got to take one more diploma, get that done, and then now look, apprentice, 3 periods of the day, the whole semester, an apprentice. You don't even come to the school. You go to the job site if you're building a house or whatever if you're in construction or electrician or whatever it is, right? And you get money and you get credits. Now I'm promoting it because it exists, but remember, it's hard to get into. What we like to do is put you in a work experience first in grade 11 with the trade that you're thinking about. And then we see if you and the employer get along, if the employer thinks you're a good worker, and if the employer wants to do it. And then we can translate that into an apprenticeship if it works. Okay, so that's the best way an apprenticeship program can work. All right, so there we go. That is some graduation routes, some 4-year plans. So now you can go and register for your classes, and we'll see you next year.